Hey guys. So tonight's video is gonna be another story time. This one's gonna be about when I was still doing horseback riding and I fell off a horse named Stella. And this was the very first time I ever fell off of any horse. But basically, since I was kind of a new rider, I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know like what happened or anything like that. It just kind of happened out of nowhere. But basically what happened was, sorry, I was like unable to swallow for a second. But what happened basically was that I was riding her, and we were doing a figure 8. I'm pretty sure. And we were only like, we were not jumping yet. I wasn't that far in horseback riding yet, so I didn't know how to jump. But we were just doing a figure 8 over poles, and somehow she got spooked, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck? And she got spooked so bad where I was like I basically went over her, sort of, and then I fell, and I just landed so fucking hard on my hip area that I was crying and just obviously curled up on the floor in like fetal position, just bawling my eyes out, because that was the very first time I've ever fell off of any animal, and I was in excruciating pain. Like, I could barely get up. Like, the wind basically got knocked out of me because it hurt so bad. But yeah, and like they tried to get me to stand up, and like I could stand, but it was really painful. Like, I couldn't even walk or anything like that. Like, that's not even me being over exaggerating at all. Like, I could not walk. I was in so much pain because every time I tried to take a step, it would just shoot up my leg. And every time I've ever fell off of a horse, that always happened. There'd always been extremely bad pain in my leg. That was not the first, well, that was the first time, sorry. But there was plenty of other times when I fell off of a horse. Like, for instance, this one's actually kind of funny because the horse wasn't even fucking moving yet. One sec. Oh, I gotta get a sip. That's flat as fuck. But yeah, this time the horse was not even moving. I was just mounting the horse. And my dumbass literally is like on the horse and is about to like put my other leg over. And what do I fucking do? I just go plop right on the motherfucking ground. And I just get up on my fucking feet again. And I'm like, okay, let's just try that again. Let's just see if this time it will work. And luckily that time, after I tightened the saddle and everything like that, I was able to get on. So I was like, thank fucking God. Another time I fell, I'm pretty sure, I'm like positive that this one was actually the worst I've ever fell in my life, because this one, we were jumping a very small X, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember it fully because it was years ago. But we were gonna jump. There was, I think, like 3 or 4 of us in the class. And we were going, let's see here. We were going that way. So there's a gate, like, let's say this is the gate, and I'm over here, and we have to go across like this, and then we have to turn back around, but we're going this way right now. And we were having to do a flying lead change, which is basically meaning where we have to try and change the canter lead the second that they start going that way. We have to change the leads right in there like that. And this horse named CJ, that was the horse I was riding, she got extremely spooked. Like, I was not paying any attention. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I was not paying any attention to what was going on. Like, I was just too busy trying to get the flying lead change did set. And that's really hard to do because I'm not used to doing flying lead changes because I'm just used to being on the like rail where you obviously are, and just changing leads when we're like that and not having to worry about jumping over something and then changing. And just there was so much going on that day that it was absolutely mind-boggling. Like, oh my dear god. um but anyways, that's beside the point. uh but basically what happened was we were doing that and she got spooked right at the gate, which was again right here. And it's a metal gate, and right then and there I'm sure you can guess that that's not a good thing. um and so what happens is she just stops. Here's the gate, here's her. She stopped basically facing to go out towards the gate, and I thought she was about to try and fucking jump it because oh my god, I don't know what happened that day, but there was just something not right about it at all because that was just so off and just weird, and I did not like it. It was not comforting in any type of way or form, and I love horseback riding, but that day that made me want to stop so quick. But that's not what made me stop. But anyways, back on the story. Fucking so she stopped and I go flying, and my fucking face, yeah, it was this side. This part of my cheek got bruised and it slightly swollen. Because my head hit the gate really fucking hard, and I'm pretty fucking positive that my cheek actually also ended up getting slightly fractured. It's not anymore because again that was years ago. But yeah, I got slightly fractured. I'm pretty positive. And yeah, that was insane. And like my hip area was completely bruised. I like with this one I could not walk. Like I could barely get up. I was in excruciating fucking pain. Probably like the worst pain I was in a while. And I just remember honestly being a little pissed at myself and pissed at the horse because I was like, bitch, what the fuck did you just do? But like, I mean, again, I know it's not her fault, so I'm not mad at her anymore. At the time, I was just extremely pissed at her and myself for just how that all went down. But I know it's not her fault, so I have respect for her. She just got scared and didn't know what to do. That's all. But those are like really my only stories of falling off of a horse that I remember. But I know there was like a few other times that I fell that I don't really remember that much. Yes, I think there was. I don't know. Whatever. Last story I have for horse wise that I can remember is this one time I was fucking what was I doing? Oh yeah. I was just saddling up and grooming the horse before we were going to go ride. And I was gonna ride a horse named Domino. And he's actually really sweet in the arena and everything. But when he's in his stall, he's a fucking asshole. I mean, I still love him and I wish they had him still. But he was just a dickhead in his fucking stall. I don't blame him though. I would be too if I was a horse and some people were just constantly coming in and out of my stall and shit and just selling me up to ride me and stuff, but whatever. But yeah, I have a scar somewhere on my chest, like right in this area, because this motherfucker, I was going to go, I think I was gonna go around him to put his like pad on and then the saddle. And this motherfucker catches me so off guard that I like, well, wait, what the fuck just happened? So he comes and basically headbutts me, sort of, but like not in my head, but like he headbutts me with his head, but he's aiming at my chest, and this motherfucker bites the ever living dog shit out of me. Like, oh my fucking god, that, oh, holy shit. It was like I had a straight hickey from a horse because it was bruised and it was all pink and purple and just gross looking. That was probably a really bad example of it, but that's basically what it was like kind of a hickey in a way, only from a bite of a horse. And it was there for a while actually, and I just remember being there and like I couldn't even cry. I couldn't even scream in pain because the wind just got knocked out of me because of the hit from him, since he's a fucking full grown horse and it's just like he's strong as fuck. And oh my god, if you ever get bit by a horse, I'm extremely sorry. But if you ever have been bitten by a horse, sorry, excuse me, I'm fucking exhausted right now. But yeah, if you have ever been bit by a horse or have ever fell off of a horse, let me know down below and like tell me your stories and everything, because that's it for this video. I need to make another one because I'm like 2 days behind. But yeah, let me know down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more story times like this, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna try and keep posting videos every day, but I've just been so fucking tired. Like, oh. But yeah, that's it for this one. Like it, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.